Welcome back to The Real Edit.
I'm Aimee.
And I'm Aimee.
And we're here with your weekly dose of content creation, building a business and trying to stay sane while doing it.
It's a safe space where we share a glimpse into our lives, part pep talk, part therapy, and just enough oversharing to keep it interesting.
Wherever this episode finds you, we're so glad you're here.
You're right on time, so let's catch up.
Welcome back to The Real Edit podcast. We are joined today by our very first ever in-person guest, which is super exciting. We've got the gorgeous Sophie on the screen here.
Hi.
We have spent about 30 minutes trying to set this up because it is not as easy as it sounds, but Aimee was on tech and we've managed to pull it off. So we're here, we're doing it. We finally got a guest. And it's not awkward at all.
Just follow their lead.
Sophie, how are you doing? Yeah, literally, just clap while I clap.
I'm very good, thank you. How are you all?
Yeah, good. Stressed, a bit sweaty after that little half-hour stint, but we're all good. We've got our
Crispy Cokes.
I've got a oat vanilla latte. One shot.
That is a gorgeous mug.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? I am obsessed.
Is that designer you put on your Instagram the other day?
Yeah, it's native.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, she hand makes them all. She's not far from Cardiff, and she's like gifted all these big influencers. But I can say that I had a mug before Molly May, so I'm an OG.
Wow.
That is a big statement, but I did have one before Molly May, so
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Oh, beautiful. No, it's really beautiful. I saw it on your Instagram the other day and I have a bit of a I have a mug collection that's out of hand and a pyjama collection that's out of hand.
Yeah.
yeah.
So those are my things. I just love a good mug, like it makes me happy.
Yeah, and
You
it
know?
makes your content look good, so you need it.
Oh,
True.
100 business expense.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you can expense it.
Absolutely. Yeah. Johnny rugs are on my expenses. It's mad, honestly. Anyway, we're going to kick off doing what we do every single week. I know you watch the podcast. You're always commenting, always sharing, which is why we were so desperate to have you on here as one of our guests, because we just love the idea of like our real listeners who support and love the podcast, sitting down with us and having a chinwag. So, but every single week we start off with a little update about the previous week. So, do you want to kick us off?
Yeah.
How was
How's
your
my
week?
week been? I don't know. I feel flustered. My week has actually been really busy. I was filming for a very big brand, which I'm very proud of. But it has taken literally, I think it was 2 whole days.
Oh, yeah.
Two whole days to film. So it was like intense. And the rest
it
of the week
turned
is a
out-
blur.
It turned out so good. Like, genuinely the best videos I've ever seen you make, so they were really good.
Stop it. Thank you.
So good.
Yeah, I think that's it from me, to be honest. I haven't really focused on anything else.
No other updates? Running?
Oh, I've started running again. Not successfully yet, but we're getting there. So,
Gorge.
yeah.
How's Peaches?
Peaches is good. She is crazy. We had her spayed recently, so it's been a bit of a recovery journey, but yeah, no, she's really good.
Do you have pets, Sophie?
Good.
No, I don't. I'm trying very hard though. I'm just getting nowhere.
What pet do you have?
I would love either a Cocker Spaniel or a mini
Oh.
is it Dachshund? Long-haired?
Do you know any mini Jacksons?
Yeah, I say Dachshund. That's wrong, isn't it?
Oh, no, I don't know. That's just what I call it. But do you know any of them? Like, do you know much about them?
My cousin's got one and she is crazy. She yaps a lot, but I feel like that would go well with me because I yap a lot. So like, it's perfectly suited.
It's a match made in heaven.
100%. No, I just, I remember I had a dog trainer because Luna is like a law unto herself. And so I got a dog trainer in one-on-one and he was like, so what made you choose the breed? And I just said, she was cute.
Yeah.
And he said like, oh, because like they're renowned for being a really difficult breed.
Yeah.
So I was immediately humbled when I took Luna home and was like, oh. And they're the second longest living dog breed. They live on average to 16 years. So like every year I'm like, woo, another birthday, but I'm also like, whew, she's got
How old is
14.
she now?
She's going to turn 3 in November, which I'm told is when they start to calm. But like I also, whenever I see a Dachshund owner, I'm like when do they, if they're older, when did they kind of calm down? And she's like, not sure yet. And they're like 8 or something. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay, maybe
So,
not. Maybe not one of them. But then Cocker
Yeah, make
Spaniels
sure you
are
get-
also very wild as well. So I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
But less yappy. Yeah, honestly, no, I do love her, but she's yeah, Dachshunds are just just a lot. Aimee actually got here earlier, and Luna just out of the blue, didn't she? Just goes, oh,
it made me jump.
and I didn't even like flinch, and Amy's like having a
It
heart
flew in the
attack.
air. It was right next to me, and she was just like, wow.
Used to that.
I'm used to it. I'm used to it. Yeah, 100%, 100%. So, how was your week?
It's been really good. I have actually had some hectic weeks leading up to this week. So this week is, I say it's not been busy because I haven't done any filming this week. I feel like if you don't film, it feels like it's going to be less busy, but really you've got a lot more editing and admin to do. So I've done a lot of editing this week. But yeah, it's been really good. Just like Aimee, I've started running as well because I am training for the half marathon. Don't ask why.
Oh, exciting.
Oh, that's far more impressive than my story.
Honestly, I have
That's
never
not
ran
true.
in my life. I don't know what made me sign up for it. It was like at the start of the year, I was
Okay.
like, I need something to hold me accountable. I need something to make me work out throughout the year, and I've only just started. So
You're only halfway through. Like, I think that's pretty good
You go,
going.
girl.
Normally it's like November and I'm like, I should really get cracking on those New Year's resolutions. So I think you're doing all right.
yeah, so I've got to run this evening, but yeah, that's it really. Not much
And
going on.
are
Just
you doing the
editing.
Cardiff half marathon?
Yes, it's in October, so I've
Amazing.
literally got 10 weeks.
Okay. And you haven't run before?
No.
Okay. No, you should be fine. Are you enjoying it?
I've only literally done one run so far, so I enjoyed that.
Check back in next episode and we'll let you know. Okay.
Come back for season 3.
Oh wow. Yeah, find out if she made it. Oh, that's really exciting though. I love running. I find it really like therapeutic.
Yeah, have you done any marathons or half marathons?
No, I've got a 10k coming up, which is my first ever like proper race. And I'm looking at maybe doing the Royal Parks half later on in the year. But no, I'm not a proper runner or anything. I mean, I do a run club every week and I enjoy it, but I've never done a proper race or anything. That feels like, I don't know, I feel like I'm not qualified. I know that sounds really silly,
Yeah.
but like I feel like if you do a race, like that means you're a runner. And I'm just like, oh, I just run. Like I'm not a runner, I just run. But yeah, hopefully I'm going to change that soon because I would like to have some medals to show off to people. Put it on my LinkedIn, you know. Oh, my week's been really busy. So obviously I've got Aimee here today. We're filming podcast episodes and content all weekend, really.
Yeah.
So I had a very strict, like, 3-day week where I needed to get everything done, whereas normally I like to spread my work out across the 5 days. So I've been on it. I definitely work better under pressure. If I've got 3 days I need to tick the jobs off, they will get done. Whereas if I've got like a year to tick them off, they will get done but in the last few days of the year. So that's been quite nice. Back running again, which I'm really enjoying. And anything else? Have I missed anything? I feel like I've had quite a like bog standard week really. Big tidy house clean, which feels really good. Tidy mind, tidy space. And I've been doing lots of trips to the big necks because I keep buying the wrong things and having to return them. But I'm having a bit of a house refresh, so.
No, you say house refresh. Every time I speak to her, she's like, I bought a new dining table. I'm going to get new sofas. I'm going to knock that cupboard off the wall and I'm going to put that something over there. Oh, I've got new cushions. I've got new bedding.
It's the ADHD in me. Listen.
Honestly, literally in the last week, everything's changing.
When I get like a need to do something, like famously, it got to like 9 p.m. one night. I click and collected from B&Q a paint pot, and then came home and painted my bedroom, and then went to work the next day and someone was like, "What's that on your face?" And it was paint specks because I've been painting throughout the night. I come alive in the evening, and if I have an idea, I'm like, so like last night,
Yeah,
I went to Tesco at 11 p.m. because I was like, must do a shop. So off I went. Because that's just how I work. So yeah, so I've been on a bit of a next home refresh.
Yeah.
And then he said ting.
Ting. You're showing the millennial in
Gave
us.
myself the ick. Watch the subscribers just come down. Unsubscribe. No. But actually, that leads me on. So you actually started your content kind of journey or creation doing house stuff. Is that right?
Yes. So
Tell us about that.
yeah. So basically, I've always loved doing content. I'm not sure. I don't know if I want to say this, but I basically started in lockdown. I had a YouTube channel, and no one actually knows that. And it's like I did like really cringy YouTube videos, which now I'm looking at it, it was cringy, but at the time I loved it. Like I was in my element, you know, I did the eating challenges, I dragged Ollie involved. So I've always loved making content. So
I love that.
Yeah, but then they are all deleted and there is no evidence of me doing that on YouTube anymore. But like, yeah, I think you go through these phases, don't you, where you're like, oh, I don't want to remember that. But no, that is how it all started. And then when we bought our first home in December 23, I love watching people's home renovations. So I said to Ollie, like, can we like do a TikTok? I was like, you don't have to do it. Can I just put your name to it? And then we just renovate our house renovation. And he was like, yeah, all right, whatever. Yeah, if you want to. So I started doing that and I just filmed everything. And it was great because when we did any renovation, I was like, my job is to film, you all have to do the hard work. So I never actually did the hard work. I just filmed everything. And I'd walk into a room with the camera and like Ollie and his dad would be like, oh, God, you gonna help? Or I'm like, no, I've got to film it.
You're
for
like the
TikTok.
social media girl in the office where people are like, oh no, she's
That
coming.
is exactly me. So that is actually how I came across UGC. This very random, like some company messaged me. We had like 1,000 followers, and I don't know if you've heard of Plank Hardware. It's like like door
Doorknobs
kitchen
and stuff,
cupboard. Yeah.
Like
They
yeah.
messaged me like, can we work with you on a UGC basis? I was like, pardon, what is that? And then they were like, you don't have to post anything, just like give us the content, we'll send you handles for your kitchen, and then you just send us content in return. And at the time we were doing the kitchen and we were looking for handles, and they're like, the ones we wanted were expensive, and they happened to have exactly the same ones on Plank. So I was like, this is great, yeah, we'll do it.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I did that as like a gifted collaboration. At this point, didn't know there was an opportunity to get paid. So as the time went on, like more brands like Lick, Blinds to Go, like all these brands were like picking up on the account. And I was like, hang on, like what is going on? Like maybe I could get paid for this. And I started doing like research and realised that it is something you can get paid for. So yeah, I did a lot of gifted stuff to start with through the house, but saved so much money because, you know, house renovations is so expensive. Like we didn't really buy paint for the house. And I know paint doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add it all up, it is expensive. And then our shutters in the living room, they were like gifted. It was like, I was like living my best life. And then a brand got in touch and was like, we'll give you a rug and we'll pay you £350. I was like, okay. And that's when it all started to click.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was just like, that is how I started really. And yeah, it's just crazy that happened. And I didn't really, it almost like it landed, like it came to me as well. Like I wasn't actively looking about like doing content full time. But yeah, and then fast forward to May, I just handed my notice in. And I just was like, I'm going to do it. I just threw myself in the deep end, which was very scary at the time. And even now when I talk about it, I'm like, I was a little bit crazy because I'd only done 2 paid deals by that point. So I was literally so new to it. But in my head, I was like, if I throw myself into the deep end, I'll work so hard and I'll make sure that, you know, I'm getting paid because I've got bills and a mortgage to pay. So yeah, it was scary at the time, but worth it because it made me work even harder because I didn't have anything to fall back on.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think you need a bit of the fear factor sometimes, don't you?
Yeah.
Like it's all very well saying I want to do something, I want to take the plunge, but until like you actually have to keep yourself afloat, you're never going to have that level of motivation until you're in that situation. So I totally get that. And I also get people say to me like, wow, that's really brave that you know, quit your stable job and you do this. And it actually, to me, like looking back and at the time, certainly, like it didn't feel brave. It just kind of happened, and you kind of, so actually when I meet people like you who actually took the plunge and handed their notice in, like I just really felt like the current took me, and I was like, okay, like, and I just kind of surrendered to fate, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. But when I know people, yourself included, who have actually handed a notice in and been like, I'm gonna jump, I really like think that's so impressive because it's scary.
Yeah, it definitely was. And it was really hard. I don't know if you found this as well, Aimee, but I found it really hard to hand my notice in to say that I'm going freelance and I'm going to do content full time, because, you know, it's like, they're like, what? I'm like, it is going to work. I promise it's going to work. I'm like trying to like convince myself. And then if you surround yourself with people that are a bit like, oh, is that actually going to work? You like start doubting yourself. But I just switched off to that and just thought, right, I only have to prove it to myself, and that's it. Did you find that it was scary?
Yeah, I feel like when I handed in my notice, obviously I was at my job for about, I think it was just over 5 years. So it was very much like when I was leaving, everyone was like, so what are you doing? Like, tell us all about it. Like, we hope it goes well. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do freelance social media. Like, I didn't mention content creation because I was just like, they're not going to know what it is.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, isn't it? Like, I'm going to do UGC, and they're like, what? And then you have to do that, and like,
Yeah, and because I was in such a stable job and I was doing well at it, it was kind of like, I don't want them to think I'm leaving a really good job to do content creation, you know? It was more of like a fear. I was like, I don't want to fail, so I'm not going to tell them that I'm doing that. I'm just going to be like, oh yeah, I'm doing social media freelance, which I have done a little bit, but it wasn't the sole thing that I was leaving to do. So yeah, I definitely found that. Okay, Soph, one thing that we really love about you is since you've started, you've always been very community focused, so supportive of everyone, especially like the podcast, everything that we've seen of you. So obviously you've started your own events, which is all community focused.
Yeah.
How did that come up? Like, what were you, I don't know, did you feel like you needed it, or like, I don't know, what sparked it?
So basically I worked in an office before, not like 5 days a week in the office, and at the time I didn't actually realise how much I needed the social connection in the office, and I was always complaining like, oh, I want to be hybrid, I want to work from home. So then when I actually went freelance, worked from home, it was like all good, like everything was going really well in my eyes. But the one thing that I struggled with was the lack of social connection. Like, I know we all speak online all the time because the UGC community is like insane. Like, everyone is supporting each other online, which is amazing. And I was like, surely there's someone doing events or doing like coffee meetups. And I looked and looked and looked, and I just couldn't find anything. So then I remember putting like a story up, and like it was so scary for me at the time because I was like, what if no one answers? But then I was like,
I remember this story. I remember this.
I was like, but if no one answers, no one knows no one's answered, because I'm the only one that can see it. It's only me that's going to see it. So put a story up like, does anyone else feel like this, that they want like to meet people in real life? Like, our community is really active online. Like, would it be nice if we could do it like in real life? And I was just like, wow, so many people messaged me like, oh my God, Soph, this is amazing. Like, yes, I would love to. Like, we're maybe in London, maybe in Birmingham, maybe in Cardiff. Like, there was all these like different people from all over the UK, and I was like a little bit overwhelmed at this point. I was like, uh-oh, have I just started something? And I'm similar to you in the sense that once I do something, like, I'm very much like, I've got to do it. Like, I get really passionate, and yeah, I just love it. So it sparked from probably like feeling quite lonely on my own, working on my own. And then when I realised other people felt like that, I was like, oh, maybe this is something that we can fix together. So yeah, that's how they started. And I never thought I was going to do as many events as I've done now. Obviously this was back in November, maybe the story went out, and then the first event was in January. And I've done like one every month, and it's just nuts that I still like pinch myself that people actually come to the events and it's actually like a thing. But yeah, so it sparked from that feeling of, you know, feeling a little bit lonely. Although the online community is really supportive, having like social connection in real life just makes a whole difference. Yeah.
And for anyone who actually isn't familiar with what you do, tell us, like, give us a like elevator pitch or whatever. What is UGC IRL? Yeah, what do they need to know?
So basically, I host events for content creators to get together, socialise, and naturally everyone makes content. It's not like a requirement to make content, but everyone who comes is like, we need to get content of this, because it's also content. Like, everything is content in our eyes. So
Yeah.
I always try and make the events like really aesthetically pleasing, so it's like good for content. But yeah, so I do them all around the UK. I've been to London, I've been to Cardiff, I've been to Birmingham, and then I'm gonna go to Manchester soon. I say soon, it's like a few months away. So if any Manchester girlies are listening, like, don't get too excited. It's not tomorrow. It is a few months away. But yeah, the idea is to just get everyone in one room who have the same interests. And yeah, I actually had one girl came to my last event, and she said, I never thought of it like this, but she was like, it's crazy because if I go out for food with my friends, if I get my phone out, they all look at me like, oh, just enjoy the moment. Like, but in my eyes, I'm paying to go there and I know that's content for me, so I should just capture it. And she was like, it's so nice to come to these events and no one is telling you to put your phone away, and no one is saying, why are you filming that? Or no one's questioning you, because everyone is in the same boat. So I guess it's such a lovely way to get everyone who's got the same interests together. You know, like, just having fun. But yeah, that's kind of what it is.
There's a quote that says, a customer will become a friend before a friend becomes a customer. And I know it doesn't quite perfectly fit, but I think when you do something like this that requires a certain level of putting yourself out there and being brave and, you know, being a bit cringe sometimes, or, you know, doing something that people might judge, or you have a real appreciation for everyone else around you who's doing it too. And so I think a lot of the time you'll find yourself being far more supported, and the people who do this kind of work will be so much louder and more vocal in their support, and will want you to get your phone out and film, because they understand the why, and they understand that it's your passion and that, you know, you need their support. Meanwhile, a lot of the time I think you've got friends maybe out to dinner, like you said, or, you know, watching your socials and maybe not liking them or commenting or whatever. Because there's just a certain level of appreciation that you cannot have until you do a job like this. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like that was a really rambly way of saying it.
Yeah, that's so true.
So I'm really looking forward to attending one of your events at some point in the future when it lines up. But I feel like I might be a little bit anxious. So if there is anyone that is anxious, like, to come, or because obviously it might be complete strangers. Yeah, what would you say to anyone who's feeling a little bit anxious and like putting themselves out there to come?
Yeah, so I always, like, I have so many people messaging me telling me they're really nervous, and this might come as a surprise, but before every event, like, I don't sleep properly the night before because I'm also really nervous. And it's silly because I'm the one that's hosting it, you know, like, I'm the one that needs to be brave.
You know what's going to happen.
Like, I can't, like, be nervous, but it's a natural thing to feel nervous. And if you do feel nervous, that's completely fine. But I promise you, everyone who has come and said that they're nervous has left and said, as soon as I stepped in the room, like, it was natural. Like, everything is natural. You just naturally start talking about content, and then it's all fine. And I feel the same way as well. I've noticed that, like, just minutes before people start arriving, I'm like, oh god, I'm really nervous. Then people walk through the door and you're just like, you'll be surprised how many people you know, but it's because of online, and you've probably commented on each other's stuff, so it feels like you know each other. So although it is really nerve-wracking and daunting, that nerves is only for the first maybe 5 minutes, because everyone just settles in. And we always do activities because it breaks the ice. It's not like you're sat being interviewed by another content creator. I always try and do something that, you know, that breaks the ice and makes it a lot less nerve-wracking.
Well, I guess it's like a first date, isn't it? Like, one of my guy friends is like, I will never have dinner for a first date. I'm not sitting opposite someone I don't know. Like, we're going to go play mini golf, or we're going to play whatever. And like, I guess it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, it is exactly like that. But the activities and stuff, like, we've done like pottery painting, for example, and it's actually quite funny. The last event we did, we were all sat there in complete silence, focusing on this pottery painting, but no one felt awkward. Like, it was so like, after, like, you know, you're silent for like a few minutes, and then someone goes, oh, so how has everyone's week been? And then you all like chip in, but it's never like an intense conversation, which I think a lot of people think that's what it's going to be like. But yeah, what I would also say is I always message everyone before you attend the event. Like, I'll always be in my DMs. Although recently my reply rate is so bad. I need 5 working days to reply. But I'll always like make sure like you feel welcomed and stuff. And that's something that I've always thought to myself. I feel really nervous, so I need to make people feel like not nervous, because I know how it feels. But yeah.
And you said earlier, like, once they step foot in the room, you know, it's such a natural environment that they immediately, like, those nerves dissipate. But I think that's a massive testament to you. Like, I know you said you get nervous, but like, this is a huge amount of hard work, and I can't, like, this would be my worst nightmare. Like, logistics and putting these sorts of things together, like, causes me an untold amount of anxiety. But I think that's just a massive testament to you. You've created a really safe space. And I think naturally, I mean, even before I ever spoke to you, and when you first kind of appeared, if you like, as a UGC creator in the space and started posting your UGC content, and I came across your stuff, immediately my impression of you was that you were just really warm and sweet and supportive. And I think naturally you will therefore attract those same kinds of people. And when you get a group of women in a room who are that kind of way, that is like pure magic. You cannot beat that support and that safety. And then you say, you know, you can be silent with them. That's the best kind of friendship, when you can be silent and there's just no pressure.
Yeah, I'm also like, I don't know, I was really nervous to start these events because in today's day and age, everything is negative, I think, anyway. So like my worst outcome was that I would bring all these content creators together and they would, I don't know, get on a topic that's not very positive, and then there'd be a lot of negativity in the room, and that is my worst nightmare. So I have always been very much like, we support each other, we don't compare to one another. Like, we are very, like, not one person basically has come to the event and caused a negative, you know, environment. It's all been very positive, and I want to say that because you might, like, people might look and be like, oh, is it going to be clicky? Like, it's nothing like that. And I was like adamant it wasn't going to be like that. So even if someone does say something negative, you'll just see me swooping in, like, saying something really positive, like, I don't want that here. But we've never had those situations, and it's just incredible that you can bring, you know, like, a group of people all maybe having the same struggles in some areas, but they don't bring it to the table. They keep it all, you know, happy and positive, which, yeah, I think I really wanted to say that because I don't want anyone to think that it's like a negative space, because it's far from that. I wouldn't do it if it was, because I can't deal with negativity. But yeah.
From the outside in, your events like scream positive to me. Like, I don't know whether it's maybe the theme of the event that you always choose something that's like wellness based. It does just seem like such an inviting environment. So from the outside in, I can confirm there's no negativity received.
Well, it's just an embodiment of you, really, isn't it? It's just this little bubbly. That was really patronising. I feel like you're just this bundle of joy. That's what you come across as, I think. So then your events are just a reflection of that.
And I think it's so special because
on this podcast, because you're gonna start making me cry in a minute.
Yeah, you can. You're welcome to. Yeah.
Wasn't it you that messaged me once, like, when can I book in for a therapy session?
Yeah.
It just naturally turns into therapy.
Cry. Yeah, no.
I just think it's really special that I think it's because everyone in this space does have the same passion. We all enjoy doing the same thing. So
yeah. But also, like you said earlier, that's the same struggles of being like, it's actually really like, I'm doing the thing that I dreamed of doing. I'm at home in my beautiful, you know, space with my dog making content. Why am I a bit miserable? Well, it's because I haven't left the house in 7 days. Yeah. I haven't seen anyone in 7 days. Like,
yeah, and anyone outside this space doesn't necessarily understand like our passion for this kind of thing. So I think it's really nice that everyone can kind of come together and actually enjoy that passion that they have outside of their own home.
Because even if you work from home in a non-creator role, you probably are still on Teams calls. You still have some kind of element of that. And I'm not saying it won't be lonely or isolating in those roles, but I think the difficulty with our job is we don't have any need to contact anyone else really unless it's out of choice. And also our job is to then scroll and compare what we're doing that week to everyone's highlight reel. Like, it's just like, that's our job. I just think it's the perfect storm, our job, for real loneliness. Exactly. So I think what you're doing is really important.
Yeah.
Moving away from the events and the UGC side of things, what is something that we wouldn't know about you from your social media that you can share with us? Keep it PG.
Oh, it's so annoying because I had a really good one, but I shared it 2 weeks ago.
What one?
If I kept that one, I shared that I was a farmer's daughter, and a lot of people were like,
Yes.
"What? You're a farmer's daughter?"
I didn't see that, so that is something I didn't know.
Yeah, so I got invited to the Chepstow races, but I'm actually severely allergic to horses, which is so ironic because I'm a farmer's daughter, grew up on a farm, and also my family like raced horses, so it's like crazy that I'm so allergic to horses. But I just did a little story about that, so that would be one thing. But another thing, I'm actually first, I don't know how to word this,
In line to the throne.
yeah, I am part of the royal family, joking.
Of Genovia.
My first language isn't English, it's Welsh, which I don't think a lot of people would know that either. So I went to a Welsh primary school, but don't talk to me in Welsh. I'm at that, like, as I get older.
No chance of that happening.
Oh no.
Whenever I tell people, they're like, "What? You talk Welsh? Say something in Welsh." I'm like, no, I don't want to. I freak out.
Have you ever done any Welsh UGC?
No. But I could. See, it's something that I should
fun.
shout about more, but I'm so not confident in speaking Welsh anymore. Like, because I haven't... Basically, the only person in my family who really spoke Welsh to me was my mam Gee, and she's was my great nan. And then when she passed away, no one else really spoke Welsh to each other.
Yeah, carried on.
So, yeah, that's something that no one would know. And yeah, maybe the house renovations.
I think they're quite good ones.
Yeah, I don't know if people would know.
I think they're good ones. What was your one that I found out about you the other day?
Oh, well, we came up with this question. No, what was it?
The pens.
What?
The pens.
No, I've actually got 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
I don't know what mine is.
there's balloons on the screen.
Party!
2. We're having a party over here. It's so exciting. No, okay. So the first thing is that I have a collection of pens.
No, it gets worse.
And
Don't laugh yet.
No, so
Wait for it.
basically, it started. I was in the airport, and I love to do a crossword, a word search, Sudoku, something like that on the plane. And I hate when I get it wrong. So I got an erasable pen. And the erasable pen came in this really cute little animal design. And
it's got like an animal on the end,
yeah, it's got an animal head, and it's got like a little inspirational word on it that relates to the animal. So it'd be like, if it's a bunny, it's like, think hoppy. It's like really cringe. You didn't know that part.
Sorry.
That's fine.
I'm like, this is a really safe, non-judgmental space, and I'm like...
No, but we ignore that. But they're just cute. They've got little animals on the top. And then ever since, I don't even know how it spiraled, because I'm not a pen person. But now I have about 20.
To the point where the other day I was in Tesco,
I
and I was like,
actually
I
gave her a
actually was
haul.
looking for the pens to see if there was one. She was like, oh no, you can only find them in very obscure shops.
Yeah.
And I was like, where are you?
Yeah, like little boutique shops. You find them there. So I gave her a whole haul, and that was something she found really surprising about me.
That's 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah. And the other thing was that I'm really good at building flat pack furniture.
Yes.
Oh,
Again,
Like
yeah.
IKEA furniture and me.
Do you want to come over? Because I've got a bit of
Aw.
flatback spilled.
Yeah, little Miss Renault's
This
like,
is what
get
it
on
stemmed from, was the fact that she's literally redesigning her whole house, and she was like, yeah, but I'll have to get someone in to build it. And I was like, hello.
I was like, I think I might just pay them to come and, you know, build it for me. And she was like, pay me, I'll do it.
I love IKEA
She's like,
furniture.
and then she ran me into her spare and was like, I built that. I was like, okay. Yeah, what would mine be?
I don't know, because I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
There has to be something.
I'm really odd, so I feel like there must be something. We might have to pause the recording to think about it, though. Yeah, someone said to me once, they were like, you're really cool. And I was like, oh, wow, like, you don't know me very well. Like, I'm not. Like, as soon as you get to know me, you're like, oh, she's not cool at all.
Aimee sent me a voice note, right? And so Luna has a voice. It's Luna speaking. And she sent me a voice note speaking as Luna, saying, like, Auntie Aimee, when you come
She
over,
messaged me like,
can
is
you
there
bring...
anything I need to bring? So I messaged her from Luna being like, Mum's just left the room, I've stolen her phone.
Yeah.
Can you bring me some treats?
And I played it to Matt, and he went, she's crazy. She's actually crazy.
Because it's like,
I love her for
it's like
it.
24/7, like all the time. Okay, facts that no one would know about me. I have to share this off camera, but I'm going to share it again. I have a partially webbed toe. Partially.
What do you mean by partially?
Like if the toes are meant to be like that, like that's two toes.
Whose toes are like that?
I'm saying like they're like no. Yeah. Have you got more than two toes?
I just snorted into the microphone.
No, imagine like that. That's the bottom of the toes. That's where they're joined normally. Yeah,
Right.
they're apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine are like that.
Interesting. So it's just the tips.
They don't move. Like no, they're just a bit webbed, just a little bit. And then my other fact is that I am totally obsessed with Harry Potter, and I think was it you that I was telling? I know that I could tell you the first line of the whatever.
We should do that thing, you know, when you play the intro of the films and you have to guess which film it is.
I don't know if I'd be any good at that, but anyway. But if I'm ever like really stressed or really, I don't like not being good at things. So I'm like, let's not. What about we don't play that game? So if I'm really stressed and really anxious, I will listen to the audiobooks at night with Stephen Fry reading them to me. And that's like my go-to thing. So I've listened to the audiobooks 10, 20, 30 times through.
Wow.
Because my job was stressful. So every night I'd be like, read me Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And then I just... Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's me.
I feel like this podcast has been really insightful.
Yeah, this is what I mean though. Like when you get an idea of someone, don't you, on their socials, and you're like, I bet. And that's why it made me laugh. And this person was like, you just seem really cool, and I was like, oh, you
have no idea.
Spend 20 minutes with me. Such a loser. Like it's hilarious, and I love it. I'm like, please don't call me cool. That's so offensive. Like I'm so weird. Like yeah. Anyway, last question.
Yeah.
What is a piece of advice or maybe a quote or something that you've been given in your life? It doesn't have to be work related, doesn't have to be UGC related or anything like that, but a piece of advice or a quote that you love and that you live by.
So I like the saying that everything feels hard before it gets easy. And if it was easy, everyone would do it. I feel like especially with UGC, everyone thinks it's easy, but when you get into it, like, you know, there are hard times, but you've just got to push through it. And if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. So it's like, I just love that it makes you think, I can do this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just love that little bit of advice. And that's actually what I say to everyone. If it was easy, everyone would do it. So you're special because you can do it.
I love that.
I love that.
What's your one? Putting you on the spot.
What is my one?
In order to offend me, I must first respect your opinion.
Way, I love that.
Mic drop.
And no one ever built a statue of a critic. Do you think that's good? Yeah. It is, isn't it? Why are you laughing?
They just roll out of you.
Yeah, no,
This is literally what it's like speaking to her on a daily basis. You'll just be chatting and then she'll just come up with something inspirational.
The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. Yeah. I love it. It's like, I think you're right though. Like it's nice to have like an anchoring point, something to think of when like you are going through something challenging or whatever it might be, for you to have that point of reference, for you to be like, nope. Because I remember I always used to say to my mum, it'll all be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. And she found that really comforting. And for years and years, she'd always say, I always remember that. And I think like quotes can be really powerful.
Yeah, that's kind of like similar to the same sort of concept, isn't it? That you can do it, just push through it.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Oh, I've had such a gorgeous time filming this. I knew it was going to be like a very positive episode, but naturally, first ever guest episode was a little bit daunting for us. So I'm glad that we got it all ironed out and we could actually record it. And yeah, I just had such a lovely time speaking to you. You're such a joy.
Oh, thank you so much for having me, because actually something I should have said was I really wanted to go on a podcast this year. And when you guys announced your podcast, did you announce it last year?
Start of this year.
The start of this year, I was like, oh, maybe one day I'll go on there. That can be the podcast.
Oh, wow.
And it happened. So thanks so much for asking me. It's been a joy speaking to you both as well.
You're so welcome. We've managed to tick a little wish off.
Yeah,
how exciting.
You ticked the 2025 goal for me, which is amazing.
Oh, I love that. That was like prime me and Aimee. We were like, should we start a podcast? And then we just said, Yeah, and then I designed a logo on Canva.
It's literally still on the same call. The logo was done.
No, really, genuinely. So when we said earlier, like when we've got an idea, like that was peak. And then suddenly we were like, oh, we actually don't know how to film a podcast. Oh, shouldn't that all matter? So yeah, but no, this has been so exciting and something that we really want to tick off for ourselves, wasn't it? To start talking to people that we really love in the space. So I'm so glad that we could get you on here.
Oh, thank you again, honestly. Dream come true.
Dream come true. Gorgeous. All right.
On that note, before Aimee starts whacking out some more inspirational quotes, we're going to wrap up the episode here. So thank you so much for listening to the episode. We're so happy to have had you on, Soph. And that's it from us, I think.
That's everything.
Yeah?
Should we do our usual? Soph, will you join us?
Yeah, of course.
Love you, bye.